Welcome to Don't Quote Me on That. One day we will have an intro, but today is not that day.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Kalina.
And I'm Eleanor.
And welcome back to Don't Quote Me on That, where we kind of talk about movies. And
Yes,
in
we
a
do.
really convoluted way, we're talking about actors from movies,
I can
ergo movies.
guarantee you we're going to mention at least two movies throughout the course of this episode. So,
Guarantee? All right, you're braver than I am.
guarantee. Yeah.
What are we talking
Okay.
about?
Um,
Should I tell them?
Kalina, this was your idea, so you
This
get
was
to
my
explain what
idea
we're doing. Yeah.
because it sounded easy and fun. And I want to be on this show. So I have to plan ahead.
Okay.
Uh, Dancing with the Stars wrapped up last
Last
week.
week?
And so we are going through the themes they had this season, season 34, and what songs we would pick if we were on Dancing with the Stars. Obviously, as the pros, because look at us.
Yes.
I did say to someone the other day I wanted to be on Dancing with the Stars, and they were like, "Well, it's too late for the dancing part, so you gotta be a star,"
It's
which is quitter
never
talk.
too late.
Thank
You
you.
see how far Andy Richter got?
Which is,
It's
I have
never
thoughts about
too
that.
late.
I have many thoughts about that.
For context, I think I watched like three or four seasons of Dancing with the Stars back in like 2000 like 5 to 8, and then this season Kalina watched, and so I technically half watched. That's
Yeah,
how that works, right?
I did give reports back every week, so what happened was I don't think I ever sat down and, like, watched a full season on TV because I never really I don't think I ever watched anything on TV, to be honest with you, that was, like, airing, but I do remember, like, certain seasons, certain, like, partner pairings that were, like, "Ooh, this is fun." The one that always sticks out to me is, Val Schmerkovsky and Zendaya. Good pairing. My
Oh.
favorite story about, well, not my favorite story, but I think it's funny, is when he first met her, he was like, "You are very beautiful. How old are you?" She went, "I'm 16." He said, "I'm so sorry. I take that back."
You're not beautiful anymore.
Run it
You're
back.
a
And
very
she's like,
respectable young
she
lady.
she was like, it's okay. He's like, nope, that's good. Sorry, my bad. But that was fun. I don't think they won their season, which I think is crazy. But
I don't think they did. Um I
things like
remember
that.
that there was a guy named Chad Ochocinco on there. And I don't think that's his legal name, but it is
That
fun to
sounds made
say.
up. And then I remember, like, more recently they had, like, Val's wife Jenna Johnson was paired up with JoJo Siwa a couple seasons ago. So like that was their first, like, girl
Oh,
girl
I was thinking
pairing.
about that earlier if they'd done that before.
I think they've had a couple drag queens on there.
I know
So
for
fun
sure
stuff.
Shangela was there because I saw her name when I was doing research for this episode.
I think they do a good job of picking a range of athletes that are, I would say, very relevant,
Hmm.
not so relevant, and, like, from a wide range. It's not like, except for, like, the athlete season, it's not like you're getting, okay, there's a bunch of actors and maybe one or two other guys. They do a good job of, I think, like, and I think they do a good job matching dancer to partner for the most part, from what I've seen. But also the ones I've seen are the notable ones. I feel like the notable ones would be people who got along well.
Yeah. I feel like Dancing with the Stars has a whole world of like drama and interconnections that on the right day could, I think, steal a weekend from me.
Mm-hmm. It's one, they're all either, like, Mormons or Eastern European. So that's, like, not problem, but, like, problem number one. There is a lot of, like, in dating people, dating each other, breaking up, dating, like, within the cast, which I think is interesting.
Ooh.
And I love him. Alan, who's one of the pros right now, was with Alono Mar, a rugby player, last season. And I didn't watch the season, but I follow Alona, so, like, I was getting updates. They're very cute. But he's dating one pro who was married to a guy who was a pro on the show before. So, like, little things like that. Not like a big deal, but I just feel like the communities, like, that they work in is so small but also so big.
Yeah.
It's like you can't possibly be this can't be the only options for you to date and marry, but, like, I do get you also
Yeah,
spend a
they
lot of
are.
time together. Yeah.
It makes sense. It's like, I mean, everybody in my high school band was with each other. I feel like when you have to show up and be with each other for that long,
Yeah, and it's odd
it,
hours and, like,
things are gonna.
yeah, fair enough. My favorite couple story out of the show, though, I also didn't watch this, but one of the pro dancers is married to the celebrity that was her partner a couple years
Oh,
ago. Britt Stewart, she's like one of the newer ones. She's the first African American woman to be a pro on Dancing with the Stars, and I love
And
her now.
she's
I think she's
recent?
enough. Like not, I
Oh.
wouldn't not like within the last 5 years. I think,
Mm.
yeah. But
Good
I
job,
love her.
Dancing with the
I think
Stars.
she's really charismatic from what I've seen. But she's married to this guy I kind of know because I like theater, and he was in a Deaf West theater, is what it's called. It's deaf people. Deaf West theater production of Spring Awakening,
Oh.
and he's done like a couple other things. But he was her
What's
partner,
his name?
No, what's her name?
Niall
His name's Daniel
DeMarco?
Durant. No.
Daniel Durant.
Niall was the America's Next
Niles.
Top Model guy. This guy's name is Daniel Durant, and
Okay.
I watched them do an interview. Which side note, watched them do an interview with. I didn't realize it at the time, but it was with Taylor Lautner, not the man, his wife
The
Taylor Lautner.
wife. Hmm.
Yes, which I didn't know they had a podcast, whatever. But it was really cute because one, they had an interpreter there for him, obviously. But Britt would she signed everything she said, and anytime Taylor Lautner, girl, asked a question, Britt would wait for the interpreter to finish interpreting for Daniel before she started to answer the question. So there'd be like a couple seconds of silence after the question was asked because she wanted to make sure like he was on the same page with her, which I thought was
That's
they were
cute.
kind of cute, yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, anyway, Dancing with the
Anyway,
Stars. If we were on Dancing with the Stars, Eleanor, what's the season called? Because I see you have it written here. Please tell us.
it's Dancing with the Stars, but there are only two couples and no one gets eliminated until the finale. Also, we picked the songs.
Yes. Oh,
In my
I
head, I was approaching this less as I have to dance to these and more as I get to pick what I see people dance to.
oh
Um,
no.
I could have picked different songs if I knew I had to do the dancing to them,
I
but
felt like
I
that
think
was a given. Otherwise, I would have given you like a specific couple to pick for. I
well,
would have been like, all right, pick your dream pairing. What are they dancing to? That could be
my
another episode.
dream pairing is whoever picks the best outfits.
Okay.
To be quite honest with you, I did make notes about what outfits I want to see here
Okay.
for some of them, so we'll be good. The
Okay.
problem is, if I was on Dancing with the Stars, I wouldn't have to pick 12 songs. I would have to pick like half of one. I would get 15 seconds in and they'd be like, oh, we made a mistake.
They let them pick for this season. They let them pick the first week song, I know, because it was like about them. And then for like some of the theme nights, so like for Wicked Night was one of the themes this season. They like obviously had a list of songs to pick from, but they picked I know that Mark Ballas does a lot of his own like he like goes and mixes the remix he wants and he's like do this for me please. Which a lot of people complained about that, but my understanding is all of the pros have the opportunity to do that. He just sits down and does it.
Took it.
Like they did a Hamilton song, him and his partner, and he like he made the like the edits to the song like how he wanted it to sound for the minute and a half, and then said, "Okay, sing that. Thanks. See you later."
Well, I just feel like you should be doing that. If you have the opportunity to be doing that, like,
I think the other ones probably save it. Also, to be fair, I think Mark Ballas is perhaps one of the most creative genius minds of a generation, so to speak.
he's also been on the show long enough that even I recognize his names. Like he knows the system by now, I would
And my
imagine.
understanding, his parents are like ballroom dancing royalty,
Oh, he's
so
in it,
like
in it.
he's in it. And then he also has a band with his wife, I think. So like I think is probably obviously more comfortable making music,
Hmm.
but they all do have the opportunity. But I feel like some of them maybe save it for like they usually do a mashup for the finale, so some of them probably save it for like moments like that. But anyway,
Um,
I made a
yes,
list.
I made a list. What is your list?
Season 34. This is the cast of season 34. Just to keep Eleanor up to date, I figured Eleanor might have some questions about what the weeks look like. This is mostly supposed to be about us, but just to recap, cast of season 34. We've got Baron Davis, who was in the NBA for Eleanor, and Britt Stork,
Basketball.
of aforementioned, my new favorite pro, I think. Corey Feldman and Jenna Johnson. Corey Feldman's an actor. He was in the Goonies and some other things that I remember.
Hmm.
Lauren Haregi and Brandon Armstrong. You know that one.
Fifth Harmony.
Perfect. Hilaria Baldwin and Gleb Savchenko.
I know Hilaria. She and I
I
go way
don't think
back.
that's her real name.
It's not. Well, she says that it is people who know. more than her say that it's not.
my my coworkers who got me into watching, like actively watching this season, and she was like, I refuse to call her hilarious. I'm calling her Hillary. That's Hillary Baldwin. I said, fair enough. We had Scott Hoying and Riley Arnold.
Pentatonics.
Very good. Jen Affleck and Jan Ravnik.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Perfect. Jan was also on the Eras tour, and this is his
Oh.
first season as a pro,
Oh, okay.
and
Okay,
he's
thank you.
ridiculously funny.
And Jen Affleck, I thought so there are two, not to spoil this, there are two Secret Lives of Mormon Wives people on this season of Dancing with the Stars or this past season. I thought that one of them was the one who's going to be the Bachelorette, and I did spread that misinformation to multiple people. Nobody on this show is slated to be the next Bachelorette. It's another Secret Life of
But they
Mormon
should be,
Wives wife,
perhaps.
perhaps.
Then we have Danielle Fishel and Pasha Pashkov.
Boy Meets World.
Very good. Andy Richter and Emma Slater.
I know he exists because of Arrested Development, and as I'm saying this out loud, I could be thinking about the wrong guy.
I think he's like he was on Conan. He was like the, you know how
Yes.
what's his face has Guillermo.
Yeah, he's like the Lou Johnson of I
We're
think
just
that's his
saying
name.
different names. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, we're on the same page though.
Okay, perfect. We got Whitney Levitt and Mark Ballas,
Other Mormon wife.
other Mormon wife. Elaine Hendricks and Alan Burns. Burt. I always jack up this boy's name. I'm so sorry. I love you.
Uh Parent Trap?
Parent Trap. Very good. Dylan Efron and Daniela Karagach.
Famous brother.
Famous brother. He is. I think he's listed as a maybe he no, maybe it was Hilaria. Hilaria or Dylan were like every time they introduced them, they were like like lifestyle and health influencer. Who's
That
going to
sounds more
Hilaria
like
Baldwin for
Hilaria.
who's going to Hilaria for wellness tips?
I'm pretty sure
Respectfully.
she's written a couple like or at least one like recipe lifestyle nutrition book.
Jordan
I'm not
Childs and
saying
Ezra
people should read it.
Sosa,
Olympian.
Olympian. We
Olympian.
also love her. And we love Ezra. He's funny. Alex Earl and Val Schmerkovsky.
Instagram. TikTok.
And Robert Irwin and Whitney Carson.
Snakes? Australia? We all know this
Zoo?
one.
We
Zoo?
know that guy.
Yeah.
Robert Irwin deserves all good things in life, okay? I've said this before and I will say it again. Looking at Robert Irwin is like looking at my little brother, and I just want him to have a nice life, okay? He's just the most
I
charismatic and positive man I've ever seen in my life.
I think if you're older than I am and you think Robert Irwin is very, very attractive, you need to seek help. He's a little baby who does deserve everything good in the world, but you shouldn't want to bed him. He's a child.
He's just a boy.
Please. He's just a boy who's just trying to dance to save the zoo, I think.
Oh, I saw this crazy thing. So people were talking about like why Alex Earl deserved to win, whatever, whatever. And it was like they were like Alex didn't have a again. Actually, whenever I see anything negative online, it's very rarely I saw the negative thing. I just see people talking about it. So
Mhm.
my understanding is someone was like Alex didn't have like as much time to spend on the dancing on like Robert, who has nothing to do. Robert Irwin has a job. Robert Irwin has like a real life actual job that changes the world in a different continent.
But
Alex
you
Earl
don't
makes
understand.
TikToks.
She had to spend all that time to make the TikToks instead of rehearsing.
And I'm not saying because I've seen some of the stuff she puts out. I think she puts out good content. And she was putting out like Dancing with the Star Week 9 vlog, behind the scenes, get unready with me after the show. So like she's putting out a lot of content. Robert Irwin has a real life actual job outside of this. Robert Irwin had the future king of England call him on Skype during this season to be like, "Bro, we miss you. Why aren't you here? Good luck this week." And then also Jordan Childs was like in school training for her college competitive season, going to classes at UCLA, which I don't imagine is an easy thing to do, and training for this. She didn't have things to do either. She wasn't busy.
Not anything as important as making
TikTok.
TikTok.
And I'm not. It sounds bad. I'm really not trying to like degrade the work that TikTokers are doing. Alex Earl is doing, but like, in the grand scheme of things.
A
Robert
TikToker,
Irwin might save the planet one day.
conservationist. Yeah, like they're different.
Anyway, that's the season 34 cast. Season 35 cast is me and Eleanor.
Yes.
Gang gang.
Um.
Eleanor, I would win, right? We're on agreement on that.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh
sure.
yeah. That's not even
Week 1,
week
Anthem
one.
week. The celebrity had to pick a song that they felt was their personal anthem. I can't remember any what were some good ones? Elaine Hendricks danced to Woman by Kesha, which I thought was fun.
Oh, that is fun.
That's all I remember off the top of my head right now, except for the one that I have on screen, but I'll tell you about that later. Oh,
Um.
also for all of these, I included what my favorite dance of the week was.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Would you like to go first? Oh, and there was no elimination this first week.
Oh, perfect. Good.
You're saved.
For yeah, for now. For this one, I decided that I wanted to pick a Kylie Rae Jepsen song. Um, I wouldn't necessarily say that the song I picked from her is my anthem, but I feel like it's the danciest song that I could consider my anthem. I picked "Feels Right," featuring Electric Guest off of Dedicated. Um, and on, I don't know if you've seen the Dedicated album cover, but it's black and white, and she's in what looks like this white, like very, very fringy outfit. So the outfit for this dance would also have to be very fringy, very flapper.
Do you know any of the dance styles?
No. Well, I
Okay.
could name some of them.
Okay.
I
You don't really
couldn't
know
be
what the
able to tell
vibe
you what that,
is.
yeah.
Okay.
Freestyle, I'm assuming means you do whatever you want.
Pretty much, yeah.
There's a couple different kinds of waltzes,
Mhm.
rumba, samba,
Mhm. I would so
flamenco.
take this if we were in a season together. Anyway.
Yeah, that's not a question here. That was
Like by a
never.
long
I
shot.
have no delusions about this.
Okay. My anthem was Take It to the Limit by the Eagles. And the reason I picked that is because it is the original YOLO, except I hate the phrase YOLO. But like if you listen to the song, he's like, just take it to the limit one more time. You know, you just gotta like full send is usually how I describe that. Like full send it. And he is singing about like a relationship and he was like, I was thinking of a woman who loved me. But listen, sometimes you just gotta the balls to the wall, man. Go
Take it
for
to
it.
the limit.
So I thought that was good. Also, is the Eagles, so that seemed like an obvious choice for me. And I figured let me get this out the way early before I bore everyone for every week with the Eagles song. And my favorite dance this week was Robert and Whitney. They did Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf, which is hilarious. And it was a jive, and I like a jive. It's fun, it's boppy. I think it really played well to Robert's strengths. I think Take It to the Limit would have to be something waltzy. I know they don't like break out too many dances in the first weeks. It's usually like a cha cha or a jive or something fun. So we'd have to probably bop it up a little bit to make it work. But it's the Eagles, so I think it'll work.
I'll do a
Also,
rumba because that's a
yes,
name
you
I
will.
know.
Also, I feel like I believe voting in the show kind of like what's important when people vote for the show varies throughout as the season goes on. So I think early on it's definitely popularity contest. You know, you get all the like less popular people out like the first 2 weeks. Then I think it does kind of shift into all right, dance heavy. This season was an exception, but dancing I think is the basis for judging or like voting. Kind of like that middle-ish, early to middle-ish period, and then we kind of go back because and then by the time you get to the end, everyone's like sort of ideally equal level talent wise, so it does kind of turn back into a popularity contest. So I feel like first week starting off with a song that like people, I think people know "Take It to the Limit" by the Eagles is one of their bigger hits. So I feel like starting with a song that's like, oh, I have heard that before, kind of got to play it
Uh,
up a little bit. Look at
Is
her.
it is is it decided by the people or by the judges, like who gets to stay, or does that depend on the week?
Both. So the judges, so like this week there was no elimination. So the judges' scores get added into the voter scores. But since there was no elimination, what they did is they added the judges' scores to like the following week as well.
Mm,
But
okay.
then there was like 50 million votes or something the first or second week. So it's people like texting in and voting online. Next week, week 2, we had a double elimination to make up for the no elimination in week one, which I have mixed feelings about because I feel like you shouldn't eliminate. Like, I get, okay, we just got here, let's not eliminate everybody, but like, also go home. Why are we doing a double elimination week two? That's almost worse.
Yeah. Well, it's also like, oh, you picked your anthem. This is your first time ever dancing on TV. Too bad. Go home.
Mm-hmm.
Give them a week to
Come
pretend they're
on.
really on the show.
But it's one hit wonder week, so they had to pick a song that was a one hit wonder. Crazy.
Wow. They really
What'd you
named these
pick?
weeks well.
What'd you pick,
Um,
Eleanor?
okay. So what happened is I was looking at the Wikipedia list of one hit wonders because I felt like that was a safe place to pull these things from.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my first beef, my first note, just real quick, whoever made that list is delusional. There's no Blink 182 song that you can call a one
Oh my
hit wonder. They're
god,
Blink
no.
182. They're like pretty big. Um, but
They're
I,
wonders. Point blank.
yeah, I decided that I would choose Shake It by Metro Station because that feels very true to me.
Yes.
Um, and also, I think it would be very funny to see whatever the Dancing with the Stars team thinks is a very like scene outfit. I would want
Yes,
them to go
I'm
like,
picturing like scarf. There's got to be a scarf in there. The
yeah,
tightest, and like dance pants are supposed to be loose, but like the tightest pair of pants they can get
mhm,
away with giving the male pro or the male
mhm.
dancer.
And
That's
just like
crazy.
the skinniest gray scarf. Yeah,
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 fringe.
mhm.
I feel like Mark Ballas would pull this off. He commits,
He
or
really
Alan, but
would.
Alan commits in the way that like Alan dressed up as a donkey last season for Disney night, and then he was an alien this season.
I like that. I like giving it your all.
Um, a question I meant to ask earlier. I know you don't know them that well, but if you had to pick a pro, actually, I know the answer to this question. Who would it be?
Mark Ballas.
Yeah, that's her.
I love him.
Yeah, he's he's again creative genius of a generation, Mark Ballas. Did you see the dance he did with Derek Huff for the show? They did like
No,
I think they did an Argentine tango together, and it was really cool because they kept having to switch who was in charge. It was really neat.
I didn't know they
Um,
let two boys dance.
two impressive boys dance.
Ooh, those are the worst
Ooh,
kind of boy.
also my favorite kind of boy. I think I would like to be with Alan. He seems fun and nice, and just he's just a nice guy. And if not Alan, trying to think. I younger me would have said Val. I felt like Val was like the hot bad boy, it boy of the show for a while. So like, you know. Also, I tweeted this and a couple people liked it. I think Valentin Schmerskovsky could have chemistry with a cardboard box.
I
Except
think
for the
I think like dance
sorry.
has so much passion that you have to be able to at least tap into some level
I know,
of.
but there's something. I also it is part of how he looks. Also, sometimes they put him in eyeliner, which is like not great for me personally as a person.
Oh no,
They had him looking
no.
like a pirate one week, and I said that, and someone was like, "Oh my god, you're right," but like I meant it in a like as a compliment. They had my boy looking like a pirate.
Put more
Anyway,
men in
that was
eyeliner.
yeah. I think probably an Allen. He looks
Okay,
fun. Do, do, do,
I
do,
love an Allen too, so
do. We have the same type.
we really do.
My song for one hit wonder week would have been "Sunglasses at Night" by Corey Hart. Partly because every time my mom hears a song, she says makes it makes her think of me. Got it. And I think it's kind of synthy, it's kind of boppy. So I feel like it could work for any sort of dance. I could kind of slow it down. You could make it like a little 90s synth bop hit. And I
Mm,
wear my sunglasses at night.
you do.
And my favorite dance this week was Jordan and Ezra. They danced to Maniac, and they also did a jive. And I think you can see a trend here. I do like a jive. It's fun. A lot of kicking.
I think I've seen a couple clips of them online, and I
They're fun.
didn't hate it, which is truly the bar for me here.
Actually, Jordan and Ezra are Eleanor and I. It's oh, I can't say that. Never mind.
Moving
But that's
swiftly
us.
on.
Moving swiftly on, the worst night of them all. It actually wasn't that bad. I just think it's crazy that this is a sentence we can say. It was TikTok night.
It was TikTok
TikTok week.
night. Um, I will be honest. I had a hard time with this one because I don't
Okay.
know where the line is for what is a TikTok song. So
I
I
have to look
picked
at
a
a couple
song.
playlists on Spotify.
Mhm. I picked a song that I found from TikTok,
Okay,
which I
fair enough.
think counts. It's called "Clothes Off" by Alexia, and it's very fun. It's very boppy, um, and the song, I know it's called "Clothes Off," but it's about not wanting to have sex with somebody and therefore keeping your clothes on. So I do expect a very, very modest outfit for this.
Eleanor, what are the lyrics to this song?
Um, it I don't know the lyrics to the song, but it is not. It's about not wanting. It's like I just want to touch you, but I can't take my clothes off, so they have to keep their clothes on.
Okay, no, I was just making sure. There's a song called "We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off," so I was just wondering if this was a cover of that song. It says we don't have to take our clothes off to have a
It could
good
be.
time.
Oh, then no, it's
Oh,
not.
oh. Okay, good. Just wanted to clarify. I had a different song picked for this because again, I was like, what's a song that's popular on TikTok? Also, I feel like yes, there's some songs that definitely transcend and everyone knows they're popular on TikTok, but for the most part, I think it depends on what your algorithm
Mhm.
has got going on, what songs you hear. So I had a different song picked, and then at the end, I was like, what artist would I like? I just think it'd be funny to dance to on on Dancing with the Stars. What artist would you not hear on Dancing with the Stars? And I remember this song did blow up on TikTok, and that is "So Far So Fake" by Pierce the Veil. It was the like instrumental part of the song, but it is very groovy. I think you could I like it's not one of like it's one of their newer songs, so it's not super screamy or anything. So I definitely think it could work for a dance. And it's fun. It was popular on TikTok, so it meets the criteria
That it does.
and it feels true to me.
It does.
And then one thing I both not I didn't dislike this, I just wouldn't want to do it is they included like TikTok dances in the dance. They had to like do a section of a TikTok dance, and I don't know what the TikTok dance for this was. Just shaking your ass, to be honest with you. Like that was the whole point of the trend. So
Mm,
we could make that work.
we
I just
could.
personally wouldn't want to do that. My pro would have to do it. Alan, shake your ass. My favorite dance of the night, and you if you know anything about this song and me, you know I really had to like this dance. Jordan Ezra danced to "Anxiety" by Doechii, and I don't like that song. It's not good.
I like this song.
It's I'd rather listen to somebody that I used to know or whatever it is. Is that it?
That is what it is. Yeah,
I'd rather just listen to that. It's like just the exact same beat.
it
I'd
is.
rather just listen to somebody that I used to know. Justice
Also,
for Jordan and Ezra.
um, I know that Jordan is Jordan Childs, the Olympian, because Jordan Fisher was also on this show, and he's the Jordan I know better.
Hmm.
Whenever I see his name, that's who I think about. I do not think about the Olympian.
I would love to see a Jordan Fisher Ezra Sosa dance. I think that would, first of all, break the internet. Second of all, be a good dance. Third of all,
It
I think the
would.
two of them would get along really well. Actually, I feel like they've got similar enough vibes. Jordan Fisher, also another guy, not necessarily like could have chemistry with a cardboard box, but just like very
I
charming.
think any cardboard box would be in awe of Jordan Fisher. So I think it
He's
would
just
work just the other kind of way.
he's charming, ridiculously talented, nice.
Pretty,
He's just about
non-binary.
like bouncing his way through Broadway shows for a little bit.
Hmm.
Love that.
Love it. The next night was it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that ABC is owned by Disney. It's just a fun coincidence that it was the 70th anniversary of Disneyland, and so they're doing Disney Night.
Mm-mm. Like they do every season.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's quite literally because they own them. Yeah, no, they did Disney night, Halloween night, um, and then like one or two others are pretty like staples every season.
I will say though, like if you have connections to get the licenses to like use real Disney songs,
Fair.
go for it.
It's crazy though because they still don't like get the full song. The band still has to sing it. They can't. But whatever. That's crazy to me.
Is it every song is sung by like the live band there, or are there some songs where it's the real song?
There's some songs they had a couple Taylor Swift songs this season that were like real song.
Oh, well, that's
Yon
also
called it a favor.
probably because Taylor Swift just signed like it's doing an exclusive documentary series with Disney.
Probably.
So it kind of all goes in line with.
So they do Disney Night every season, but this specifically was the 70th anniversary of Disneyland. So of course they had to go film content at Disneyland for this. So every song had to do with like a ride that was at Disneyland. So that was our parameters
That was our
for
brief.
this. Yes. What did you pick, Eleanor?
Okay, so I here's my process. I closed my eyes and I thought, what is at Disneyland? And first, obviously, Winnie the Pooh ride. Could I think of any Winnie the Pooh songs off the top of my head? No. Back to the
You
drawing
just
board.
you just dancing to Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh.
They could make it work.
They
Anyway,
could. It's
back to
me
the
singing
drawing
it.
board. What is at Disneyland? The last time I went to Disneyland, years ago, the first ride we went on was the Cars ride. And who did a song for Cars? Rascal Flats. And why do I know a lot about Rascal Flats? Because my mommy likes them. So I picked Life is a Highway by Rascal Flats. But because this is from the Cars movie, they have to dress like Transformers. They have to like start the dance like on the floor car mode and then pop up human mode, dance, and then end it back in car mode.
So you have to do that because you're dancing.
Yes. Since
Okay,
I don't
perfect.
have to cash these checks, I'm gonna write them.
Oh, okay, perfect. Um, Dylan Efron did Life is a Highway for this episode this
Was
year.
he a Transformer?
No, it was actually kind of cute. They had him. I think he was supposed to be Mater, so they had him in a little brown vest, little ascot tie on his neck, nice dress pants. It was
Oh,
cute.
that's kind of cute.
I googled because that is a service that I have access to. Eleanor,
Yes, it is.
rides at Disneyland. Didn't take me very long to find them.
Okay. Well, have you been to Disneyland to draw from your personal experience? Because I have. And so I decided to go real
And
life
you remembered
first.
one ride, two
No,
rides.
I remembered two. Technically, I remembered three because everybody knows about Small World, but I wasn't going to pick that.
I picked my Belle Evangeline from Princess and the Frog because they have a Princess and the Frog ride at Disneyland. Beautiful
Oh,
song, underrated song from that movie. I think you always hear about the almost theirs and the what is
please
that
don't
guy's
look at me.
name?
I have not seen this movie. I can't help you.
What is his name? Friends on the Other Side. That's it. Friends on the Other
Oh, I
Side
know that one.
and almost there. But my Belle Evangeline is the fire firefly. Is that what they're called?
That is what an animal is called. I don't know if that's this animal that
Lightning
we're
bug.
talking about. Those are the same animal.
Okay, perfect. Firefly.
Okay.
He's like, oh, that's my girlfriend up in the sky there, and the frog Prince Naveen as a frog is like, that's a star, and they're like, shut up, don't ruin this room, okay? So he's dating a star, and that's his Mabel Evangeline, his beautiful Evangeline, and it's
Oh,
very
that's
cute.
kind of
And
cute.
I would do something like waltzy, foxtrotty, something slower. And funnily enough, my favorite dance of this week was Alex and Val did a one Viennese waltz to Once Upon a Time from Maleficent, and she was Maleficent. And I felt like she this was like her week. She really
Oh.
like stepped in the she like really leveled it up this week.
Hmm.
And they had my boy looking like a pirate, but it was working for me.
Of course it
Love
was.
it, love and respect.
Respect.
Just I like when people are good at things. You
Yeah,
know, like the
yeah.
charm for Dancing with the Stars for me is like, yeah, because for the most part, I don't always know the celebrities, but I love people like at the peak of their passion. You know, they are like the creme de la creme of the dancing world, and you can tell. I think everyone there who's on the show loves what they do because you
Hmm.
can tell when some of them start to get burnt out, but like you can tell when they love to dance. And it's nice and cute. And I think everyone should have a hobby and a passion and be able to do that for their job. Okay, thank you.
I agree. Anyway, these ones I think this next week I saw a few of
Oh yeah, Eleanor
because
came to visit, and I made
you
Eleanor
showed me.
watch. I think I made Eleanor watch all of the dances from, like, Eleanor came in Friday, right? So I made Eleanor watch all the dances from like that previous week, and then select dances from the weeks before. So
Yeah,
they were caught up.
I s- I saw most of dedication night. And Kalina will stop me if I'm wrong, but I think I can explain this one. I
Yes, go
think
ahead.
with dedication night, what happened was the celebrities picked a specific person in their life, and then picked kind of a song to dedicate to them.
Hmm.
And they were there in the audience, or for some of them, they were there on the stage dancing with them,
For all of them,
which, oh, for all of them, okay. Which felt like a way to just make us cry. Um, and unfortunately, it worked.
I did cry. I would like to preface that by saying I hadn't slept very well leading up to this, so I was a little bit emotionally compromised. But Andy Richter, who was on that show entirely too long, you're a nice man, Andy. You were doing your best. Crazy. Anyway,
He brought his
um,
little kid out,
yeah, his
and
is his
she's the most
stepdaughter.
beautiful girl in the whole wide world.
It made me bawl. It was the first dance too. Then I cried again because, and it was like, this was like pretty much back to back. So that was the first dance. Robert Irwin was like the second or third dance, and he dedicated the dance to his mom. And in the package before the dance, he said that, like, he's obviously, he's not, he says he misses his dad, but he said every time I wished my dad was there, she was, and that was enough. Robert Irwin should not be allowed to cry on live television. That's not good for
No.
anybody's mental health. And then they're him and Whitney, his partner, are dancing, and there's a moment where, like, they stop dancing and he's holding her hand like this, and the camera spins around, and then Whitney goes out of frame, and when, like, where she was is back in frame, it's his mom standing there, and I don't even think the boyfriend is dancing. He, like, held his mom's hand and they swayed side to side, and then he started crying again.
That
Don't
one
do
that
that
got
to
me.
me. Oh my goodness. And then this wasn't in the episode, but Dylan Efron dedicated the dance to his little sister. And he was like, I'm 33, she's 5. I wasn't expecting to have a little sister. And not so much in the dance, but I saw on Instagram, I think for dedication week, he posted a video of her talking about him. And she was like, Dylan's just the best. He's my best friend, and Dylan, he just can't stop loving me. He just can't stop doing that. And he's so strong. And I was like, please stop doing this to me.
Oh, is this
Um
something they do every season? Do you know?
Yes, but I don't think they've had the people dance with them before.
Okay,
And I don't know if every season, but I
good.
know they've done dedication nights before, for sure. Jordan dedicated the dance to her dad, and I thought it was really cool because her dad, most of them, like the person they dedicated the dance to, just came in for a little bit. But Jordan and danced with her dad. Most of the dancing was her and her dad, and like Ezra was off to the side, which I thought was nice. And Elaine dedicated the dance to her best friend, who was also in the Parent Trap with her, Lisa Ann Walters.
Yeah.
And Lisa, first of all, two funny things happen. Lisa, you see, they come into rehearsal, and Lisa goes, is this the meeting of the grown women who do what they want? And Alan's in the back going, yeah. And she goes, oh yeah, and Alan. And it made me think of,
Ally.
we're rocking with Mark.
Because Mark is working with us.
And then Lisa they were interviewing her, and she says, we've been through boyfriends and husbands, but like, this is forever. We're going to die together. I was like, yeah, we are. And I have a friend like that. Anyway, moving on. Dedication night. What song did you
Yeah,
pick?
anyway, moving on. Dedication night, Talking to Strangers by Maisie Peters. Because I know what I'm about. Um, I legally cannot disclose who I'm dedicating this to.
Hmm.
But for no reason, there will have to be like a nice yellow outfit going on.
Okay.
Um, and also I think this is more of like a slower kind of dance vibe. But I don't know the dances, so this is
Okay.
as
We'll just say you're
specific as
waltzing.
I can get. Yeah, we're waltzing.
My song choice was based on the fact that if I asked my mother if I dedicated a dance to my mother, she would not dance with me. And I did ask her to confirm, and she said absolutely not. And I don't think Eleanor would dance with me if Eleanor was not on Dancing with the Stars. If I asked Eleanor to dance, Eleanor would look at me like I was crazy, which fair enough, fair enough.
Correct.
So we're dedicating this dance to my brother because he would be game. The song I picked for this is Ben by Michael Jackson, which is about a pet rat that Michael Jackson had, but it's very
What
cute.
is
He's
a
like,
brother but a pet rat?
but he goes, Ben, the two of us need look no more. We both found what we were looking for. And when I think my mom says that song makes her think of me because like I'm her friend basically, right? So when I think of Ben in regards to my mom, it's like I'm the pet rat is how I phrased this to her earlier. But when I think of Ben in regard to my brother, he's the pet rat, so it's fine. We
So
even out
perfect.
somewhere. But my brother always calls me his built-in best friend, which I think is fun and cute, and we have a good little time together. And no one else gets my humor like he does, like Eleanor does. But my brother and I had the same mental illnesses as you
Yeah,
do,
you really do.
in different
You and
ways.
I
But
have
like,
like complementary mental
yeah, no,
illnesses.
my brother
You
and
guys
I
are like running off
exactly
the
the
same
same.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But if I were to dance with Eleanor, or if Eleanor would agree to dance with me, we would have done Best Friends by 5 Seconds of Summer.
See, my other thought for this week was to pick Don't Trust Me by 303
Oh, I
and
wanted to pick
just
a 303 song so bad.
cuz just the idea of like everybody picking like I would imagine kind of slower, more emotional songs cut to us crying to 303.
And tell your boyfriend.
Yeah.
I wanted to pick a 303 song, but I couldn't think of how to make any of them acoustic in a way that would make this work. And speaking of friendship, Elaine and Alan danced to "This Will Be an Everlasting Love." They did a foxtrot, love a foxtrot, very beautiful dance, and it was dedicated to Miss Lisa Ann Walters, the
Who is
meeting of grown
currently
women who do what they want.
she's currently in Abbott Elementary, which is a good show. Do recommend.
I love her hair,
I love her
phenomenal
hair.
color. Yeah. Anyway, next week we've cried. Kalina slept some more, feeling a little bit more stable emotionally. We're on
Mhm.
to weekend night, which is good. I needed this. What song did you pick?
I picked the only song I know from Wicked. Well, like I know the names of other songs. This is the only song that if I heard it, I would be able to positively identify it.
Hmm.
It's popular. I think in the show for this week, Alex Earl did popular, but I could also be incredibly wrong, and I don't think Kalina knows, so I'm right.
I do know. I was watching it today. I had to think about it because she
Was I
also
right?
wore pink. No, you were wrong.
Ah,
Alex
damn.
Earl did "What Is This Feeling," which comes before popular. So that's when they're first they Elphaba and Galinda, if you will, become roommates, and they're like, there's been some confusion
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. Okay.
my roommate is incredibly difficult to get along with, and blah 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 blah. And then Elphaba's like, she's blonde, so Val Schmirkovsky was Elphaba. 10 out of 10 casting
Of
choice.
course. Who else?
As you do. I would pick "I'm Not That Girl," which is from the first half of Wicked as well. This is when Fiero, so our love interest, our male protagonist,
Jonathan
whatever, whatever,
Bailey.
Jonathan Bailey, most charismatic man alive, perhaps. Um, him and Glinda are like, obviously we have to be together because we're both beautiful and perfect and popular. He's like, yeah, fair enough. I love life and living life. It's great. And Fiero and Elphaba kind of have a moment, and then he goes back to Glinda. So "I'm Not That Girl" is Elphaba being like, there's a girl he knows, he loves her, so I'm not that girl. And I think it's just the perfect amount of sad and emo for me to make it work. And also, I really like this because in the second half of Wicked, slight spoiler, Glinda sings a reprise of this song. So
You love a
also,
reprise.
I love a reprise. Very sad. So I think it's sweet. I think again, I prefer a slower song. Like I like a jive, but I feel like it's a lot easier to translate a slower song than it is to translate a boppier song for
Mhm.
some of these ballroom dances. So, and my favorite dance of the night was Jordan and Ezra. They did "For Good," which is "Because I Knew You, I Have Been Changed for Good.
I know that
Let's
one.
not
I
cry our eyes out."
let's not. Let's really. The problem is, I learned about Wicked not through Wicked directly, but through theater kids liking Wicked. So I already have a distaste in my mouth, to be completely
That's
honest with
fair.
everybody. Moving spookily on. Dun dun
I'm creeping.
dun.
Halloween night.
It's Halloween. It's Halloween now. Um, I decided I this is the one where I thought Clean and I were gonna pick the same song. And so I picked the song because I figured she had more things to work around
Yeah.
should she need to. Um, I chose "It's Almost Halloween" by Panic at the Disco because what else? What else is there?
Yeah.
But my idea, right? Okay,
Okay.
both dancers, which I guess is me and whoever I choose,
We'll give you
um,
Alan. I'll give you Alan. Don't worry.
we come out in like bad I'm talking like very obviously just had toilet paper wrapped around us not 5 minutes ago. And then as the dance, it like unravels to reveal like actually good costumes.
Okay.
Um, I'm thinking like werewolf vampire because of who I am as a
Ooh.
person.
Okay. This feels like a safety hazard. Toilet paper all over the floor and nightmare to clean up, but I'm with you.
You just dance around it. They
Okay,
got
obviously.
confetti on that stage. They have sweet brooms there.
Halloween night was cute. A Halloween night is a staple of Dancing with the Stars. Elaine went to the ER this week, so she didn't perform. So she was judged off of her last full rehearsal. She like hurt her ribs or something. And then they did the worst thing Dancing with the Stars has ever done. They had poor Alan standing up there in his little cut-off shirt, looking ridiculously adorable, but also devastated. Because when they were
Oh,
announcing who got eliminated that week, they left that poor man up there. So he looks like he's about to burst into tears. I feel bad because I'm looking at his beefy arms and I feel sad for him, but also a little conflicted. But thankfully, they were
did
safe.
okay, good.
Anyway,
He's been through enough.
I picked Dracula by Tame Impala, which is a new ish song. And it's groovy. I think we've got a built in theme for our dance. We're going to be vampires. My favorite dance of the night was Whitney and Mark did Brain Stew by Green Day. And it was like this really punky version of it, which was really nice. And they had these like really like Beetlejuice esque suits on, which was really cute. So, and they did a jazz too, which was fun. So I think Dracula again could lend itself to a couple different dance styles. So give myself some freedom there. And it's cute and fun.
That's all you need.
I feel like Halloween night, a good chunk of it is your outfit and your setting.
Yeah, I feel like it's more about the camp than anything else.
Yeah, so I feel like I could play up Dracula really well. Next, we had equally fun, equally lovely. I think this was a really good idea. I think they should bring this back. They had Rock and Roll Hall of Fame night, which was just a night then plugged full of watch the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony this weekend at this time on this
Woohoo!
channel. Ooh, but Rock and Roll Hall of Fame night I think also gives you so much to work with because how many people have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This is where things got a little chaotic though because Flavor Flav was a guest judge for whatever reason.
Of course, notable dance guy.
Icon, and I do like Flavor Flav. He was a big supporter of the USA women's water polo team this last Olympic cycle. 10 toes down for them. He had Ashley Johnson
We
and
love water polo.
we love water polo. We love women in sport. Also, something someone I agree with. I saw some people chatting about it this season. Is like I think they need to bring back lower scores early on. They set themselves up for failure because very early in the show, the lowest they're giving is like a 6. So you can't go to week 5, and then be like the worst dance of the night is a 8 because you set the bar at 6 already. You gotta start with like a 3s and 4s. Like that's
Yeah.
fine. It's their first week. These people have never danced before, but I think
Especially
like
like
you're grading on such a curve. Everyone's getting 10s by week 6.
if you're not sending anybody home the first week, just give them all twos.
Yeah. But Rock and Roll Hall of Fame night was fun. I think you got some good bops and it gives you a lot of freedom. What did you pick?
Okay, so do you remember how for Disneyland I closed my eyes and I tried to imagine what I knew from Disneyland?
Mm-hmm.
I did something similar here where I went to the Wikipedia list of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. I was looking at them and I said, "Oh, that's a name I know. Oh, that's a name I know. Oh, that's a name I know." And then once I found one where it was a name that I knew and I could confidently identify a song, I said, "Okay, that's enough looking." So I picked honestly one of my favorite songs. I don't say I listen to it regularly, but every time I listen to it, I
One
go,
of your
"Ugh,
favorite songs?
this I
This
just
is crazy. How
I,
have I never heard this before?
I don't know."
This is
But I
insane.
had to to be fair, I think once you hear this will make more sense. I the first time I listened to this song was in an American history class.
Okay,
We had a whole section where we listened to
valid.
like protest songs. And I heard this song and I said, "Oh, what a song. Music has never been made before." So there was a good month in my life where all I was listening to was One Direction and Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival,
This
which
is
I
just
think
this is like the
makes a
greatest
lot of sense.
crossover I've ever experienced in life. This is crazy.
Um, and I just think the song kind of fucks. It would be fun. Um,
Yeah, I
end
feel
of
like you can do
end
a
of
lot with this song.
yeah.
That is really good. That's a good pick.
Thank you.
I almost picked a Creedence Clearwater song. I really wanted to pick an Eminem song again. Eminem has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, as he should be,
Of
and
course.
I just cannot find a way to make an Eminem song work. Unfortunately, like I don't know how we would have to slow it down. I saw too many people in like the early 2010s doing alternate covers of Eminem songs where they weren't rapping, and I didn't care for that. So I don't want to like do that to
Hmm.
the Dancing with the Stars audience. But can you imagine me just dancing to Lose Yourself? I can. I think it'd be great.
I can. I think I you should do it because then I might have a chance.
No, I think you'd be so jarring seeing you dancing Fortunate Son. So the song I went with was The Way I Choose by Bad Company. I did something similar, but probably in a different way than Eleanor's. I went through the list of inductees, but I knew too many of them, so it was kind of hard to
Mm-hmm.
narrow one down. So I tried to eliminate people who I knew I was gonna pick already, or like I tried to like not double up on artists essentially. So if I knew I was picking someone for a different week, took them out the running. Eminem unfortunately had to go. We tried to make him work, wasn't happening. And I tried to pick one where like I knew, not like I only knew like their big hit, you know. But this is another song my mom introduced me to. It basically says like I live my life the way that I choose. And if I don't ask any questions, no one can tell me any lies, and I just do what I want, and I get left alone, and life's good, which feels very me.
Very Kalina.
So kind of like a revamp of Anthem Night. I feel like this is kind of at, what week are we in?
This is week 8.
Okay, yeah, stepping back into your own, finding yourself again. Blah, 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 blah. And then for this week, they got split. They got randomly split into two groups, and then Julianne and Alfonso, the hosts, each went to a different group, and they did a group dance. So the group dances were Team Chicago, so they danced to a song from Chicago that I don't remember right now, and then Team Cool, so they danced to a song by Cool and the Gang, which was 25 or 6 to 4, I think is the name of the song. So I picked the group song for Eleanor and I to save Eleanor some trouble, and the group song we're doing is "Smooth" by Santana and Rob Thomas, which is perhaps one of the greatest songs ever recorded in the world.
I'm 100% sure that if you started to play that song, I would agree with you.
You would. You would. Don't
Currently, do not recall it.
worry. And my favorite dance this week was Robert and Whitney did Icky Thump by the White Stripes, which is a banger. And they did a Paso Doble to it, which is a
Which
banger.
you
So I
love.
was having a really good time. And my for my group dance, I liked the Team Chicago dance. It was they were like supposed to be secret agents, and it was nice. And they had
I love a
Alfonso.
secret agent.
Yeah.
Uh, the next week, we're going to party. Party
It's, it's,
hardy.
it's, it's.
Um, it's the 20th birthday, not the 20th anniversary, or is
They
it
went
both?
really ham on the birthday party.
Okay. So what we did was we picked a 20-year-old song, so a song from 2005, and then a song from a past Dancing with the Stars winner.
We structured it this way because in the episode, they had to dance to a song that a past winner had danced to, and then
Mm.
they did a dance for the first time ever without their pro, and they danced with a former champion. Obviously we can't dance with a former pro, so we restructured a little bit. So 2005 song former pro, former winner dance to. What did you pick?
For my 2005 song, I chose "Just the Girl" by the Click Five. Um, and I just think it's a good song. Um, I didn't go very far with that. I looked at the Billboard 100s for 2005, and then I was going to pick a Fall Out Boy song, but then
I was gonna pick a Fall Out Boy song.
I realized pretty quickly like trying to pick a Fall Out Boy song would have taken me a lot longer.
I
Um,
was down to Dance Dance
what a song.
just for the spine part, or Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying. But I felt like that one was definitely hard to translate into a good dance. So
Yeah, I think like just the girl you could do like a cute little something for it.
I would like to see you do a samba with the big fringy pants. I think that'd be fun for me. Nobody
Okay.
else.
It might be fun for me.
I am my target audience.
And then for my past champ song, I pretty quickly narrowed it down to Jordan Fisher so that I had a reason to watch him dance.
Hmm.
For his Halloween episode, he was a werewolf and danced to Animals by Martin Garrix, which is a song I'm sure I know. So that's what I picked.
I didn't care for that song. It's a lot of it's just EDM the entire time.
Okay, but Jordan Fisher as a werewolf kind of took me away from all of this.
Okay, fair enough. That's just what you're picturing while you're dancing.
Yeah, exactly.
I
He
am
just
I
turned into a
am a
werewolf.
werewolf.
And
I wanted to do
that'll
werewolf in London for Halloween night.
me
I think that'd be
too.
so that'd be so fun. But it seemed like too
Oh,
obvious a pick. I know. My favorite line is I'd like to meet this tailor. Me too. Anyway, my 2005 song was "Lion is the most fun a girl can have without taking her clothes off" by Panic at the Disco. Good pick, right? It was between
good
that and Build
pick.
God and We'll Talk. But I felt like Lion was a bigger hit. You could do more with it. That's just a Panic at the Disco really got it right on the first try. So I'm gonna get it right on the first try. And then the song that a previous champ danced to, I decided to settle on "The Way You Make Me Feel" by Michael Jackson because
Mhm,
I went through too many lists and I would have been there forever. "Come Together" was also something I thought about. I also thought about doing. I got 5 on it, the tethered remix. We settled on "The Way You Make Me Feel." Can't go wrong with Michael Jackson, I don't think.
mm-mm,
Lori and Val, so Lori, another gymnast, did that
mhm.
in season
Lori Hernandez.
23. Lori Hernandez. So that was fun. And my favorite dance of the night was Whitney and Mark again, did the cell block tango. To be fair, I do think their dance was objectively the best, but also, even if it wasn't, this was kind of catered to me. It was the cell block tango from Chicago, which is the first musical I ever like really knew. And I love an Argentine tango. It's my second favorite dance. So I was a little biased, but it was a very good dance.
They got you there.
Yeah. Kind of ate me up with that one.
Hmm. Uh,
Next we had Prince Night. And when I was compiling this list for Eleanor, I said Eleanor's gonna have a tough time in general, but with this night
mhm.
specifically. Eleanor texted me and said, "Okay, I have a problem with Prince Night." I said, "Don't worry, I've come up with a solution for you. Figure it out."
Yes.
And did
Um,
you?
I did figure it out. Um, I'm just gonna go first because I
Okay,
think I'm gonna be done pretty quick.
sounds good.
Okay. So coming into this, I knew I would pick whatever Prince song they sang at the end of the episode of New Girl where Prince was on.
Okay,
Um, I learned today that that is called "Fall in Love Tonight."
all one word.
Uh, all one word with
I do love how
the
Prince
letter.
stylizes his song titles. It's very funny.
Mhm. Um, and I picked that one because I knew it,
Did you like it?
and I listened to it again to put it on this list, and yeah, I think it would be fun to dance to. It's boppy. Um, and then the other song I chose is a song that I knew it was a Prince song, and that is "Purple Rain." And I'm pretty sure that I'm right with this one.
That is quite famously a Prince song. Yes, very good.
Perfect. I would like to be over now.
Okay, perfect. For Prince Night, they picked. So what they did is they did one new style of dance and then one repeat style to kind of show the progress
Mm,
they've made. It was very cute. The opening, at first, I was like, why do they have all the three black people in the front of the opening? But also, I do think sometimes it's not so much you're catering to the masses to being politically correct, whatever. Prince was someone who championed, black people and equality and all these things. So to me, it makes sense because there was a lot of Britt Stewart, there was a lot of Mr. Brandon Armstrong, but also I like watching them dance, so that's okay. They've got a nice young black man on the troupe whose name I'm so sorry I don't remember. You're very handsome though. And he was like the opening of the show with like a replica of Prince's famous guitar, and he was like, "Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today," which is from a Prince song, Eleanor. Um,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So I thought it was nice. Anyway, my first song is "When the Doves Cry" because this song makes me think of my family. Also, banger song. Will make me cry if the circumstances are correct. Song number two is "Nothing Compares to You," which was made famous by Miss Sinead O'Connor. It is in fact a
Mm,
Prince song. Lovely song. I think taking a song people know, but like I don't think as many people realize it's a Prince song was as a fun little thing to do. And my favorite dance of this night was Elaine and Alan doing, you guessed it, "When the Doves Cry" as a paso doble.
Go her for truly.
Grown women who do what they want. I would like to be in that club.
I think I think you're bailing towards it. I
Okay,
think you'll
perfect.
be okay there.
All right, perfect. Oh, and now we're at the finale. We had a five-person finale. That's too many people. Have you ever heard of three?
That's crazy. Don't
So
they also have a
crazy.
semi finale that they could have used to like narrow
Double
that down a
eliminate,
little bit?
yeah. Even four. I'll take a four-person finale. I prefer three. I think three makes the most sense.
Hmm.
And then it was 3 hours, and it was very clear they were trying to fill space. Just make it 2 hours, make it three people.
Yeah,
Let's go home. This is
we've
ridiculous.
already been
Anyway,
here for 12 weeks. We get it. Yeah.
exactly. Also, okay, I'm just gonna share my thoughts about how the season went. Whitney was by and far the best dancer on that show. She now, to be fair, I didn't love it because she had prior dance experience. I think she like minored in dance in school or something like she was a dancer. She like danced
Whitney,
in the same.
I thought Whitney was the pro that won with.
No, Whitney the Mormon.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Um, she like I think at one of the first weeks they were like, oh, she and another one of the pro dancers went to rival studios growing up. So like she was a dancer. She was dancing in a different class than the rest of them by far. Okay. Don't love it. However, they've had people with prior dance experience before that I've liked. So like try to let it go. Also, I haven't seen The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I understand her portrayal there is not great. I don't know how accurate that is and how much of that is just misogyny. I think a good chunk of this in relation to her on Dancing with the Stars was just misogyny. I've said my piece. She also we got they do a freestyle for the last up for the finale. So she and Mark went on Call Her Daddy, crazy sentence, and got interviewed about the show, and they did their freestyle there. I saw it, robbed of a fantastic freestyle to watch. Okay, um,
Wait, sorry.
and
Did they
mhm.
make it to the finale or no?
No, so they got eliminated
Okay.
the week before,
Okay, thank you.
which was crazy. Misogyny and racism definitely affected how the scores and how the rankings ended in the finale. I do think Robert Irwin was a deserving winner. I think he like didn't embody what the show was about. He started off not having any. The man works in a zoo. Okay, um, got progressively better. I think he was a leading man. You could see when he had missteps, but he was fun to watch. I enjoyed watching Robert Irwin dance. I really enjoyed watching Elaine dance. I think she was another good example. She would have been, I think, the oldest person to win the show had she won at 54. And also, like, between her and Andy, everyone's like pushing Andy, and people were like, if a woman was doing the things Andy was doing, you would have kicked her out in week one. So the finale was Robert Irwin, Jordan Childs, Alex Earl, Dylan Efron, Elaine Hendricks, whose name I
Okay.
just said. Sorry, right? The final rankings were Elaine in fifth place, Dylan in fourth place, which is a travesty. Dylan was not dancing. Compared to Elaine, he was not dancing. Okay. Um, Jordan third place, Alex in second place, and I liked Alex. Alex also I think embodied the show very well. She got better over time. You could see her like really find herself and some confidence. Jordan was a better dancer than her consistently, in my opinion. Okay. Robert in first place. I think Jordan and Ezra should have won. I'm not mad about Robert winning. I would have restructured a little bit. Dylan should have been in fifth place. Dylan ideally really should have gone home the week before, and Whitney should have been there. But that's my piece.
I
Five
always
person finale. Hmm.
I always thought it was a little like I know that the men who are dancing are like doing work. But
Hmm.
like I do think a lot of the times women are doing a lot more, and so like a male celebrity versus a female celebrity, I feel like they have a very different place. And like granted,
Yes.
I don't watch the show. There could be dances where they're doing equal amounts, but like especially with the Derek Dil Efron and the
Hmm.
Ferrari, like I never got the sense that he was a really good dancer. He was just around a really good dancer, which is not enough to take you to the finale. Because like, of course she's a dancer. She's a dancer.
It's her
Like
job.
it's her job. She's gonna
And
be
like,
good
I'm
at
not
it.
saying it's not impressive that he can hold her up and throw her in the air the way he did. That is very impressive. And I do agree. And like, sometimes people are like, it's hard to judge, men versus women. And but like, at the same time, that is your job as a judge
Judge.
on a show. Also, I think when men are leading, it's a subtler thing, but like, you have to have a good leader you can trust,
Mhm.
you know?
I have seen like dances where you can tell that the woman is trying to like both lead and also pretend like she's being led by him. So like I
Yeah.
do like I guess men have a
And
place in
also,
society.
whenever I'm not sure, is I watch the male pro dancers
Mm-hmm.
and what they're doing. So, take for example, that everyone's done Argentine tango. I watched Argentine tango. Whitney and Mark did. Again, Whitney already had a much higher level than anyone else in the show, so Mark could do more things. But the amount of like detail in a Mark Ballas dancing versus Dylan Efron dancing is it's night and day.
I would
When
have
you
to
watch Dylan
imagine.
dance, you're like, okay, you're there, you're moving the lady around, you're lifting her in the air. But like, if you watch a pro dance, you can see what they're doing. You can see where they lead. So, and I feel bad saying it because I don't think he was bad. I think he made a good effort. I don't think he didn't. Not that he didn't deserve to be there, but definitely Whitney deserved to be there more on talent alone. Which at the end of the day, I think is what the show is about: getting
Mhm.
better at dancing. I'm a stickler for a rule. Sue me. So they had three dances. One was a new dance that one of the judges would come and say, "We want to see you do this dance. I think it would suit you well." One was a repeat dance, I believe, and then one was a freestyle. So whatever they wanted to do, essentially. What are your three songs? I gave us free reign on this. Whatever you wanted.
We did. So, in the spirit of this being the finale, and us choosing a winner this night, I have decided to go do a little unusual route, and embrace the music of reality, like singing competition losers, who have gone on to make it big, just so that the people who don't win know that there could still be like a light beyond this door being shut in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
and having to watch this Australian get your mirror ball. Um, and so, of course, the most famous singing competition loser, One Direction. Um, so I have chosen three One Direction
I'm sorry.
songs.
These are all One Direction songs.
Yeah,
I knew the last one was.
yeah, these are all One Direction songs for sure, of course.
Okay. I would
Um,
like to see you try and get the rights to three One Direction songs. I think that would be the most entertaining thing for me.
Obviously, I just call up my close personal friend Harry Styles,
Obviously,
and I say,
not Niall Horan.
"Hey, you know what?
Niall Horan's my close personal friend.
I think like realistically, between our connections, like you and me, we would have an easier time finding someone who can grant us the use of Niall Horan's music.
For
Um,
sure.
but it
Oh, for
is a
sure.
little bit more fun to say that Harry Styles is my close personal friend.
Okay.
I do think he can sue me if he ever comes across this, but anyway, I chose Little Black Dress, She's Not Afraid, and Fireproof, because I think they all have kind of a different vibe, different emotion. Little Black Dress is your time to like make sure that above all else you're sexy. Above all else, even if you don't win this competition, you can look good and wear a cute little black dress and maybe not win, but go far. She's Not Afraid, of course, embodying the spirit of you came, you saw, maybe you didn't conquer, but you got this far. And Dancing with the Stars, I'm sure, is very scary. It's a lot to do, so you have to kind of overcome things and be unafraid, be bold. And of course, Fireproof. Just Fireproof really talks about the journey that you've been taking, and how above all else it's you and your partner coming together to win this show, or maybe not win this show. And either way, I got to dance to One Direction, so
So you're a winner no matter what.
so I'm a winner.
Also, I realized I misspoke earlier. So for this, they did one new dance, one instant dance, and their freestyle. So the instant dance was like a few weeks before they randomly picked a dance out of a like I don't know, they picked a paddle. Random, they had four paddles. They blindfolded the celebrity. They picked one, and so they find out then 5 minutes before they do the dance what dance style they're doing. And Alfonso's got a little envelope with the song that they're doing. They got to go pick their
Oh,
costume. They got 5 minutes to get ready and do it.
terrifying.
So I was gonna make you pick a song on the spot, but I thought that was too much. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. And then for the freestyle option, I wanted to do a mashup because some they usually do mashups. A couple of them mashups for this finale. I didn't have it in me to find a mashup, so we didn't bother with that. But I like your choices. I like your commitment to a bit. I
Thank
think
you.
One Direction finale is hilarious.
Thank you.
I picked "You Can't Take Me" by Brian Adams, which is a song from Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron. I will not be taking any questions at this time. However, I would like to just provide some detail. Eleanor watched this movie. I love this movie, and said, "You make a lot more sense now." So "You Can't Take Me" just has some grit, some drive. I'm here to win this. I'd probably start do my first dance to this song. All right.
Hmm.
You can't take me. I'm free. Also, I was really trying to find a song that I thought could work for a Paso Doble because if I haven't done it up to this point, I want to do one before I leave the show. So I feel like this could work. Not the best choice, but option.
Okay.
Then we for our I don't know for one of our dances, I picked "The One That Got Away," the acoustic version by Katy Perry. I think this is a beautiful song. I think they picked Dylan had like an oddly romantic song he did with Daniela either this week or the week before, and I kind of got the sentiment it was about like lose like not being able to if this is the last time we get to do this together, which is cute in context of the dance, but it was an oddly romantic song. So I feel like "The One That Got Away" is cute in the sense of like once this show is over, I never dreamed this would be over. You're the one that got away in terms of like my dance partner and the journey we have gone on together. I think that's fun, cute, also banger song.
Banger.
And then possible paso doble. I picked this. This was the deciding factor. Is I went "Valentine" by Mona Skin. I think it's a beautiful
Oh.
song. It gets me like in my feels in a really weird way because I don't know why we're singing about being pregnant, but I'm sad that I'm not, and I don't want to be pregnant ever. Um, I just think it's good. Mona Skin like are rock and roll. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll is my favorite genre of music. That's what they deliver, but it is one of their like more ballady songs. So again, I think it could work for in a variety of contexts, and it's just a really really good song. So those are my three picks. And my favorite dance of the night was Jordan and Ezra, as I mentioned earlier, did "Breaking Dishes" by Rihanna, and it was
Ooh.
it was a paso doble, and it was good. And Robert Irwin, stop crying live on TV, please.
Please.
When he won, they said, "Do you have anything you'd like to say?" Oh, and he won exactly 10 years after his sister won with Derek Hough. Also, every single time, like as the show went on, Derek would like critique him. He's like, "Just thank you so much for letting me be a part of your family. It's been so nice." And I'm like, "Please stop doing this." Because when Derek and Bindi, his sister, were on the show, Robert was like 11, so he was like 21 now, 10 years ago, so he was 11. So like he watched this kid grow up. They got very enmeshed in the it was really cute. So when they won, and Alfonso said, "Do you have anything you'd like to say?" Robert said, "Just like my sister said, thank you for changing my life." Please stop bawling your eyes out because I'm going to start next.
It's horrific. Um, but of course, if you and I did Dancing with the Stars, you would win.
Thank
I
you.
would cry.
Would you dance
I
with
would
me?
cry.
We could do a 303 song. I'd ask really nicely. They'd probably say
I think
yes.
there's a world. I think there's a world where I would, especially because these are what 90 seconds.
Yeah, and like most people, like when they did the dedication, they didn't dance the whole time. They just like came out for a second, maybe 20
Yeah, I
seconds
mean,
max.
I can do anything for 90
I
seconds.
just think a 303 song's never been done. So if we call up our close and personal friends, 303, they would give us the rights to "Don't Trust Me."
Close and personal friends whose names I know.
Nathan? Sean. Yes, Nate and Sean. Call me. I have an idea.
Call Me Beat Me. The idea is that you guys just make another album, and also you let us use your song for
Actually,
our
it's just
Dancing with the
the
Stars
entire
run.
album is just week by week what I'm dancing to at the show.
And we're willing to do that. I do think for 303, you guys would have to be the like connections for us to get on this show because my close and personal friend Dancing with the Star tragically passed. Uh, who else is on that show? The Huffs. The Huffs and I could be close personal friends, maybe.
You live in Mormon country.
That is true. I
You
think
could
I could
get there
hang around the
fast
temple
enough.
and
I feel
yeah,
like I could get to Miss Britt Stewart just because I like theater. So I feel like in a convoluted way, if I could get to her through her husband, we're
mhm.
there. We're sold.
Well,
Or
there's
actually, Robert
also
Irwin.
like
There's crocodiles in Florida.
there's crocodiles in Florida. I was also thinking like you could go from like being a black female athlete. I feel like at certain
No, I
echelon, there's
got
only
it.
so
I
many of
got it.
you.
I got it. Me to Ashley Johnson. She's from Miami, and we're both water polo
Of course.
goalies. To Flavor Flav, as you do.
To okay,
Dancing with the Stars. There we go. Sold. I'm gonna work on
perfect.
that. Get back to you.
Okay, perfect. Well, we've got to go
I got phone calls to
start
make.
hatching that plan. If we ever go on Dancing with the Stars, sorry, when we go on Dancing with the Stars, please
Manifesting.
vote for us. Um,
Alan, please still be
yeah,
on the show.
yes, I would love to see a Kalina and Alan duo. That would be great for me. Um, I don't have any final thoughts on Dancing with the Stars because I already said my three thoughts on them in the last hour. So, Miss Kalina, do you have any final thoughts to share?
My closing thoughts. Thank you for being here. Thank you for changing my life. Not Dancing with the Stars. Don't quote me on that. We hope
Oh, I
you
thought you meant
guys had a.
me, but okay.
You're okay. We hope you had a lovely Thanksgiving. We will be back next week.
We will. Thank you. Good night. You're a superstar.
Thanks for listening. Don't quote me on that. One day we will have an outro, but it's not today.